Hey guys, Monkey's Nuts come here. So yeah, figured it was time for another vlog. Is I gonna move over? Taking his time. Yeah, so firstly done a couple of changes to the car. If you remember, it had a stage 1 map, but the clutch was slipping a bit bad in 5th and 6th. So now I've had a stage 2 clutch installed. Oh, you go in, yeah, get out. Which means that it's nice and grippy now. Straight away it'll grip onto the clutch, and then sort of like it's yeah, the clutch that I've had is stage 2 Kevlar clutch from CG Motorsport. It's quite good. I also had a new flywheel because the existing flywheel had a bit of play. Amazingly, the car's on 170,000 now, and it actually had the original clutch and flywheel, which I'm just astounded by on 170,000 miles. Because most clutches last about, well, I mean, good clutches can last 50 to 70, but 170, I was amazed by that, really. So yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that I'm happy about. I've had my exhaust done as well. A catback exhaust came up online and I just snapped it up straight away. So I was very happy about that. It gives it, the car's not loud, it gives it like a nice deep wordle, but it gives it a bit of tone, you know, so it's not just silent. Also, it means that now it's sort of like the silencers are sort of kind of taken out. There's a bit of a standard dump valve kind of noise that it actually has. So I love that, because on the sort of like, you might not be able to hear it like, but it does have a little bit of yeah, I don't know if you can hear it. I don't think the camera will be able to pick it up like, but it does have a nice bit of sort of like it goes up and then it goes down, sort of like coming off the rev. So I love that. I'm just like going around constantly like blipping it and everything, and then sort of, yeah, I love that sound. So yeah, this video, I figured may as well do it on police. Mainly traffic police and sort of like response times and stuff, because at the moment, obviously, sort of the what's it called? The economy's not its best. Everyone's having to make cuts and stuff. So unfortunately, the police have been hit quite hard with it all. Resources have been cut down, staff have been cut down, so there isn't really sort of anyone, you know, there's not a lot of police out there anymore, especially traffic police. In North Wales, I think we only have 2 or 3 traffic units. They've also got to be on the A55 as well. They've got to be everywhere, just those 3-ish sort of units. Which I think is bad, because it means that pretty much anyone could do whatever they want, could drive on the road illegally. To be fair, they've put up ANPR traffic cams, selected places so that they can pick up a veg, and obviously they can follow a car and track it to a certain point. That's quite good, because it saves them a bit of work of trying to find them and everything. But at the same time, there could be like 10 cars go through there that are untaxed. Well, which ones are they going to choose? I suspect they're probably picking up all of these untaxed and uninsured cars, but unfortunately they're just giving up because they don't have the resources there to be able to do anything. It's a shame, really. You get a bit of a better response if something happens, say, in the street, because the standard police or PCSOs, they're kind of, we've kind of managed with the same amount, but it's kind of the same thing. People have grown up to sort of, well, my era anyway, to obviously be worried about police and not want to do anything naughty and that. But nowadays, kids are doing whatever they want, really, just to sort of, because they know they can get away with it. Which is obviously a bit bad, really, because they know they can do whatever they want, and they're not going to get any kind of police response or retaliation. But then again, on the other hand, look at all the terrorist things that have been going on in the country, and the response around that. They've been catching people the next day or within the next week after that, which is an amazing response. So obviously the terrorist groups, anti-terrorist groups, are quite good at sort of like what they're doing, but standard police, standard bobbies on the street, they're a bit useless now, really. And it also, I feel sorry for them, because it's got difficult around sort of like the whole actually getting someone done type of thing, because it's very evidence based, and you need genuine evidence. Like, say if I drove into the car in front and there was a car behind that witnessed it, that witness doesn't matter about the witness behind, because it's a witness. Their opinion could be not stereotyped. Yeah, they could have that kind of opinion where it's a biased opinion. There you go, got the word. So unfortunately, things like that, you can't, like, unless you've got an actual camera or like that, you're kind of a bit stuck, really. When people say, oh yeah, I've got a witness in my car, if I had a passenger in my car, that'd be a biased witness because they're in my car, so obviously they're going to know me. So obviously the police would assume that they're going to back me up. It's a shame, really. But that is the world that we live in now. Everything's got to be evidence-based. You've got to have a video of everything. You've got to have a video that's completely untouched, not edited or anything. So with these people who upload videos online and then send them off to the police will just turn around and say, no, I want the complete video footage from start to finish. Because obviously they want to know what you've been doing before that, haven't they? Because you could have seen them like 10 minutes ago and just totally riled them up. But sort of that's not really, that's what they want to try and, get to the bottom of, so they've got the full story. BMW going for it. So, yeah, I mean, obviously they don't want to make life awkward, but they want to just make sure they've covered all grounds and they're being fair to everyone. And another thing is, at the end of the day, if something did happen with the police and you were caught and you had evidence and stuff, it's how much that evidence is actually worth and how much you going to the police is actually worth their time. Quite often, they'll just poo-poo it. They'll just say, bring someone in, have a word with them, and then they'll let them go. They'll drop the case. There's only the serious things actually go to court now, and they're trying to sort of knock it all on the head, really, which is fair enough, like, but it saves paperwork for them because they just haven't got the resources to do it. Really, all these investments, there should be more investment in police. We should be getting more and more police on the street, because if you think about it, the population is getting bigger, but the police levels are going down. So there's no understanding of it. I mean, it makes no sense, really. The more people on the planet, obviously, the more crime there's going to be, but obviously, anyway, it's silly. Yeah, no, today I just figured we'd have a little drive around. Just started in, where did we start? Oh yeah, Melodon. Just gone through Rutland. We're in St Asaph now. There's a nice S4 over there, Audi S4. I don't know if anyone noticed, but quite well locally we had quite a lot of sleet last night, so I got caught on it on my way home from work. I thought it was snow at first, but it started coming down a bit heavier, and it was, when it was hitting the windscreen, it was just like a water blob. So I think it was more of a sleet type of thing, but it was covering the road, like, not too thick. I mean, it was still quite grippy, but obviously I turned the traction off so that I had full control of the vehicle. Because for people who don't know, you should never have traction control on in icy or snowy conditions. Now you might think, why? The traction control's there obviously to stop the wheels slipping. Yes, that's true in the rain and wet. But for everyone, for really bad conditions, you should never have the traction control on, because what the traction control does is when you're braking, it locks, and obviously, ABS and traction control, it stops the wheels from spinning. But it can't work on icy conditions because there is very, very little traction, and all your car would do is end up sort of like having a fit type of thing. It won't know what to do, how to react to it all. So you turn it off, because the reason for that is that you can feel what the car's doing. You can feel when the traction loses, and then you can come off. Also, you need it off because in snow anyway, you need to go into high gear so that you've got quite good torque, so that the wheels are slowly spinning, but you've got sort of like enough go to actually get somewhere. So yeah, I mean, you gotta be quite aware of it. Anyway, yeah, last night turns out an ambulance overturned on the A55 just up near Candullas. Where are you going, love? You're just gonna cut the roundabout. Oh, where the fuck are you going? Fucking hell, she only fucking drove off the road then. Yeah, no, an ambulance overturned up at Candullas because just got caught out with all the ice and stuff. I think it must have been quite bad up there. Where I was, it was quite close to the coast, so I was sort of like, I was alright really, but apparently on the A55 it was just icy all over. Bloody hell, you're going up my arse? You can see that, you nearly went straight into the back of me. So yeah, I mean, we're in Bodelwyddan now, then we'll head over towards Kimnall Bay. Oh, I hate this bit of road, because like so many people park on that side of the road, it makes it very difficult, because this guy's going to come straight towards you. Someone calling me as well, that's not good. So yeah, I mean, it was, I think last night the issue wasn't really the actual ice, it was the fact that it was melting so quickly that it was sort of like flooding in quite a lot of places. So obviously there's issues with aquaplaning and stuff when that happens. But yeah, I'm not going to make this video any longer than it has to be. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet like. So you can still see all this bit along here surrounding off flood and stuff, so oh well. So yeah, this has been Monkey's Nuts Com, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!